Despite living in a global pandemic, the world continues to move at a rapid speed. I wanted to slow down and take a moment to just appreciate the present, to turn down all the external voices around me and turn up the voices within me. According to Winnicott, a psychoanalyst and a pediatrician, we all have a true self, also known as the real self, authentic self, original self, and vulnerable self, and a false self, a fake self, idealized self, superficial self, and pseudo self. He made an observation that as infants are born, they live as their authentic self until they're denied the opportunity to be loved from either fragile or preoccupied caregivers. These infants are then forced to adapt and construct a false self in order to be loved and accepted. This concept can be applied to the way we live our lives today, where capitalism is running at full throttle in the comforts of our palms. We're constantly being told what to do, how to look, what to buy, and what pictures and videos to post in order to be loved and accepted. We end up becoming mere reflections of what society wants us to be. As an outspoken woman growing up in a conservative and patriarchal society, I know this concept all too well. Fortunately, this socially constructed false self can be broken down through developing our ability to observe our thoughts, speech, and actions. This is essentially the goal of meditation, to see reality as they are, to see ourselves as who we truly are. This has been very challenging for me with the amount of information I receive and the volume of communication I engage with in each day. So when I had a week off from work, I made my way up to my favorite mountain town, Bai, and took the opportunity to cut out all forms of communication. Here are my solitude rules. I want to observe and welcome all of my thoughts and feelings, especially uncomfortable ones. I want to learn to embrace all that is me. I started my day off the usual way, taking a moment to appreciate the view, brushing my teeth, drinking my morning cup of tea, and meditation. They have become the foundation of my day, regardless of where I am in the world. Once I was done with my morning meditation practice, I went off to get food. So satisfying. My body is happy. Now, it's time to satisfy the mind. For some reason, my gut told me to go for a ride with no destination in mind. This is one of my favorite activities to do here. To be able to ride and take in the view without a destination to rush to feel the freshness of the air on my face and the warmth of the sun on my skin, to be able to truly enjoy the journey and the present moment. I didn't really know why my gut was telling me to come here. I was actually reluctant at first because I fell off my bike once trying to get up here. But, since I'm trying to nurture my internal voices and hear her more clearly, the gut gets what the gut wants. As I'm taking in this beautiful scenery and collecting footage for this video, I'm reminded of a very familiar feeling. A feeling I had experienced when I first came here 5 years ago. This is the moment I knew exactly why I was led here. At this particular moment, I was reminded of my passion and my purpose. The first time I came here was when I first fell in love with filmmaking. I was reminded of how much I love doing this. It's such an amazing feeling to be reminded of how it feels to speak and create from the heart again. I'm up bright and early today to grab some food to offer to the monks by the bamboo bridge. I am so grateful to have been born in this tradition and culture of giving. Every single morning, local Buddhists will line up to offer food to the monks. Wherever you are in Thailand, this is a sight you'll see first thing in the morning. Generosity, or Tan, is one of the 10 perfections in Theravada Buddhism. I was taught that generosity is a remedy to greed, and it also serves as a practice in purifying the mind. My heart is so full from yesterday, so I want to focus on giving back today. Giving back to Buddhism, giving back to my past self, giving back to the world that has given me so much. The pain that enabled me to grow, and the joy that empowered me to love. I am so grateful to have this time to myself. As each day passes, my mental clarity heightens. I feel more balanced within, more connected with myself. I feel rejuvenated in my body and my mind. Without the external voices of other people, social media, and entertainment, I no longer feel like I'm constantly bombarded with noises in my ears. It feels so damn peaceful. I capped off the day with a yoga session to give back to my body and my mind. What a beautiful day this has been. My heart is so full. We often overlook the importance of giving. Capitalism and materialism have influenced our mind to believe that happiness derives from having more, that happiness derives from external things. But as we continue to seek externally for more and more, we don't ever seem to feel satisfied, leaving us running in this hamster's wheel of doom. For anyone watching who's not having a great day right now, I suggest that you try giving back however you can, rather than seeking for external means to fill that void. Try giving back and see how you feel. I've been speaking to myself so negatively all morning. This is such a clear representation of what comparing myself to others can do to me. On days where I feel frazzled, I reach for my pen and good old friend journal. Without thinking too much about what I want to write, I just allow my wrists to flow as I word vomit onto clean blank pages. As I slowed down my thoughts, the world slowed down with me. I begin to appreciate the sun in my face and the majestic set of mountains in front of my eyes again. I am reminded to use this moment of pain as a lesson. This is definitely a glowing pain moment. As I embrace the way I'm feeling, as I stop resisting my negative thoughts, I created a space for acceptance and growth. This is my first YouTube video. It's not going to be perfect. It's a fact, and I just have to accept that. I have to stop comparing my videos to those who have been doing this every single week for years. I am being unfair to myself. I often find that the remedy to most of my internal worries is to stay in the present. Oftentimes, when we worry, it's either about our past or our future. By being mindful of the present moment, we can alleviate the stresses we place on a past we can't change and a future we have no control over. We can plan for the future and do our best, but we won't have complete control of any moment until we're living in it. I decided to take it easy today. My body and mind need it. Filling my stomach with healthy and delicious food, and spending the rest of the day reading, writing, biking, and meditating. I ended up here at the Bai Meditation Center. This place is so special to my heart and mind. This is where I come to find inner peace in a world that can be loud and chaotic. It is such a beautiful evening. I can't get over the fact that this happens every single day. Don't forget to take a moment to appreciate this incredible phenomenon that happens every single day. I woke up feeling inadequate today. It's my last full day here, so I'm worried that I didn't get enough quality footage. This worry is deeply rooted in one of my core beliefs. I am not enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not pretty enough. You know how it goes. The best way to shake off this feeling of inadequacy is to practice letting go. Letting things be the way they are, letting people be who they are, letting experiences unfold as they are meant to. Letting go of all control. As a type A personality, letting go is one of the most challenging things for me to do. This was probably the most important lesson for me in the past few days. Although we can't control our thoughts and our feelings, we can choose which one we want to engage with. If I were to compare my solitude experience to something tangible, it would be a spring cleaning / home redecoration of my headspace. Since I was spending so much time in my head, I was able to rewire certain patterns and conversations that frequented my mind without any external interruptions. In the process, I could declutter what no longer served me and create this more functional and pleasant space to live in. And observing the 8 precepts definitely helped foster this experience. I would recommend this challenge to anyone seeking to understand themselves better. If you want to know more about the 8 precepts, I will link a book in the description box below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me on my journey. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye!